What's going down? This is your man Don T of Don T Records Music Group, and I want to talk about basically being consistent when you're recording vocals. Yes, you can get in here, you can bounce around if you want to. I don't suggest that, okay? I suggest that as an artist that you stay in the sweet spot, okay? And one other thing that I notice when recording artists, a lot of times artists are coming here with their phones, their cell phones like this. And so as I'm setting up their mics, right? I'm setting the mics up. They're recording like this. He's got his cell phone. He's doing his rhyme or whatever. Maybe she might be a singer. She may be singing. He may be singing or whatever the case may be. But then they get comfortable, right? And they do this. They get right directly in the mic, okay, just like this. So I set them up like this, right? So they're not directly in the mic, right? And so as I set the compression, I set the EQ or whatever, now it changes once they put the phone down and they're right here. And so as I'm doing punch in, I'm wondering why or what happened, and I have to look back and I have to ask them what changed, because now I'm hearing, as I'm doing the punching, I'm not getting the same tone in the vocal as I was before they put the phone down. And so make sure however you start is how you finish if you want consistency in your vocals, right? And that way, me as a recording engineer, I'm not over here turning dials like crazy trying to keep up with you because you're doing so much, you know? So try to be consistent when recording vocals. About 6 to 12 inches I recommend from the microphone, and that way I can dial, you know, your recording engineer, he can dial you in real nicely, get a real nice tone for your vocals and so forth, and so that, you know, it sounds great. It sounds more consistent and not like you did it yesterday versus doing it today, you know, and sometimes that happens too. Also, you know, you can use a mic like to tone and shape your vocals too, okay? There's something called the proximity effect, okay? Meaning the closer I'm to the mic, right? The faster or the quicker that my voice or the wave of my voice is gonna hit the rear of the capsule, okay? Because I'm closer, which is gonna give you more bass. So if you have somebody with a very light voice, you might want to say, hey, get closer to the mic. You got somebody with a real deep voice, you might want to back them up a little bit. And especially those artists that are very loud, you might want to back them up a little bit too. But you can use your mic to shape your vocals, okay? Like over here, if you turn to the side, you can reduce the sibilance in your vocals, right? Instead of going straight, now it's actually going this way, and so it's not, the mic is still picking up because it's picking up like such, you know, and so you can actually reduce the sibilance in your voice by not being going direct, meaning straight to the mic, okay, by turning your head to either left or right side. So these are just some tricks that you can do, but the main thing I wanted to touch on is being consistent. Okay, as a recording engineer, I set you up, I got your vocal sounding great. Try to maintain the distance unless you're going for a certain effect, especially when a singer is getting loud and hitting that note. You might got to pull back and then come back into it, okay? And so you got to learn these techniques so that you can get great recordings, so you can have great sounding records and reduce the stress on your mix engineer, okay? So let's keep these things in mind. This is Don T Records Music Group. Let's go record some vocals. Let's go. I'll see you next time. Peace.